Hi, it's Leanne, and not in Adelaide. We're in Townsville, and this is one of the botanic gardens in Townsville called Queen's Gardens. Don't you love the sound of gravel scrunching under your feet when you walk along the path? This is really lovely here. It's very tropical feel to it. Look at the size of those leaves. So we've got bird of paradise over here. That's pretty familiar with a lot of people. Yeah. John's gone up ahead, and it's good. I can actually recognise some of these plants. A nice philodendron specimen catching the morning light. I think it's roughly about nearly 9 o'clock here, 9 AM. And then we have a fan palm of some sort. It's very dappled shade here. Hope you can see what I'm seeing through my viewfinder. And then we've got this magnificent tree, and you get all these roots that are coming down to join the ground. Gives it more stability, and it's looking for water and stability. Yay. Looks good. Looks like an ancient forest. Something very peaceful about that. Alright, let's move on. Another type of bamboo here. Huge. It's kind of intermingling with all the trees around. Arching over there. More up ahead. And that one's got really good culms. Very segmented. Real structure to them. Absolutely solid rock. Right, this garden bed here is a real mishmash. There's small palms, there's lots of ferns, and they look really healthy. And a lot of the gardens in there, once you get into North Queensland, they don't need watering, basically. Once they're established, they just survive on natural rainfall. For people who like bird's nest ferns, here's some really good examples. And they've naturalised under a massive tree. And again, to describe to you how big this is, that's just the bottom part. It's got a span of about 100 metres. It's the width. It's ridiculous. Here's a little tree fern over here. A couple of small ones there. And John's just spotted a bird aviary, so I'm going to have a look. There. Not sure what type that is. Okay, I think we've got a talking cocky over here. And John's probably got it going. Hello! I'm just going to go and say hello. Did you say something then? Hello! Probably swearing under his breath. Hello! Hey! Hello! Oh, you're a pretty boy. Look at that! Is that what you said? Look at that! Look at that! Now, these are rainbow lorikeets. You see a lot of them up here. They've got very loud screeching noises, and they fly very fast. Look at their pretty bellies. they look young because they look a bit fluffy. So we stayed at a place at Agnes Water, and in the gum trees nearby there were literally hundreds of these birds, and they were our alarm clock in the morning, and then they again at night time, or late afternoon, they came along and all settled in the trees, and the other birds still calling out, look at that, the sulphur-crested cockatoo. Hello. Hello. Aren't you pretty? I wonder if they learn to talk. They learn to dance. You're a little cutie. You're a little cutie, aren't you? I think they might think we have food. Oh, that's a noise. Oh, you're so sweet. Yay. They're very inquisitive. So it's just basically like a octagonal shaped aviary, and you can just walk around the outside of it as a visitor. And over here, just going to show you, there's one of them's on a swing, but at the top of the swing. Oh, the angle's a bit wrong. Yeah, so they've got things to do, and plenty of room to fly around. Like, they definitely haven't overstocked them. Now, unusual, we're in tropical North Queensland, but look at this. We've got a succulent and cactus garden, and it's looking really good. There's a euphorbia with the red leaves, and then in front here, got a few small specimens there. Some sort of barrel-y cactus thing. Up here, some typical specimens. Oh, look at those. I think they're euphorbias as well. A couple of big ones. That's a golden barrel cactus by the looks of it. And then they've got these really old fragipanis as well. And that is very old and gnarly. There was one further over by the garden bird aviary area, and it was smaller than that, and they had to get permission it needed to be cut back because it's heritage listed. So some of these plants in here are heritage listed, and they can't just go and hack them back. They've got to get permission to do that. This is kind of like a weird, this looks really weird amongst all the tropical stuff. These look a bit rude down here. But yeah, I won't say anything more about that. I'll leave that to your imagination. And then we've got more of these. These are magnificent. In a little group, they look good. And I'm going to follow around. There's a couple I spied around close. I want to get up close to those. And these are great. They're just all over the place. Love that. John's impressed by this stuff here. Oh, that's called like a boob cactus, I think. John's pointing out one in the left-hand side of the screen at the moment. Down here we've got a desert rose, adenium something or other. I like this one. I've seen this one before in some people's succulent collections. It's got a great sort of variety of colour. Stands out from all the green. I'm going to get up close to the boob one. It's like, I can't think of the name of that one, but really kind of weird shapes. But that's a magnificent specimen too. Pan back a bit so you can see the size of it. Now we're moving back over towards the road again, so we get a bit of road noise in the background. A lot of ferns, bird's nest fern. Yeah, they do grow so well here, don't they? Got a big open area over there, and I've spotted some beautiful silvery palms. These are pretty impressive. Very tall, and the leaves are fantastic. That grey really stands out amongst all the other palms. And then over there, this massive trunk of a tree. I'm going to have a closer look. I've come over to the massive fig tree, I think it is, and I've spotted some bat flowers. They're black, or nearly black. Aren't they weird? When the whiskers hang down, look fantastic, and there's quite a few of them spotted around. Alright, let's check out the trunk of this tree. So this is amazing. So you can see these roots are just literally growing out of the branches, so they just grow down And I guess they're supporting it. I mean, because a lot of these, look how sort of horizontal they are. So the whole thing would fall over, and then they just keep coming out. Like they've actually come up out onto the path. They've come that far, and it's got a little label to say what it is. So I'm curious now. This one is a white fig, and that's all the places that it's native to. It is so impressive, close up, and you know, when you step back a bit. Yeah. And the branches go way out, like way past over there. More bat flowers. And again, some climbing plants, type of philodendron probably. It's really nice under here. Lots of bat plants, ferns. You've got vines coming down on the tree there. Tree ferns there. Bird's nest ferns over here. Oh, this tree, like this is another branch, like it's just horizontal across there. And it's been held up by goodness knows what. There's a little fan palm. So you get that circular effect on the leaves. I'm pretty sure that that is a devil's ivy, right? And you can see, especially that leaf there, it looks very traditional. Now, look what happens when it finds something to attach to. Can you see how straight away you get some much bigger leaves? Now, I'm standing a fair way back. I can't get in there because it's I'll be treading into the garden bed. But they are quite a lot bigger than down the boat. And I'm just going to go back down again. You can see the difference there. That's pretty much your standard house size one. Up ahead, another big stand of bamboo. And this is a huge clump of bamboo. And another different variety of bamboo further over. And you've got all these granite seats here, even actually polished on top. It's funny, this garden looked quite small when we entered it, and yet there's really quite a lot to it. There's lots of little pockets, and as well as the open areas, so they've done this really well. There's a dwarf date palm, but it's not so dwarf. There's John, so or maybe some other type of palm. The trees in here are really spectacular. You just only have to look at the trunks, and then you look at the spread of them. They're just amazing. And then there's another one that's more upright but nice and bushy. And then spinning around here, you got this one which has very little leaf below, but just a little canopy right up high. But that's a big spreader as well. Wow, really impressive. You've got to see them to really appreciate them. Got a real mixture again of plants. Here we've got some devil's ivy that is latched on and starting to get some bigger leaves there. And on that tree over there, it's climbing up that tree. You may be able to see that, some of those just along there. Okay. Hard to get a sense of how big they are, but those leaves are, you know, about half a metre, possibly longer. Really impressive. Right, so we've been really impressed with this garden here. It didn't look that big when we first walked in. It is actually quite big, and lots of little pockets, and the way they've arranged it all with the big lawned area is really good. I'm going to finish off with one last little plant. Little plant. Now we've got to the base of the pandanus, and then it's normally pandanus are about quarter this size. This is just huge. So the canopy's way up there. So what would you estimate that to be, John, as far as height?
15 metres?
So John's 6 foot, and he puts his arm up, and so the light's just gone bad again. So it's not even getting halfway up the roots. So yeah, the roots are massive. It's like a little teepee. All right, let's get going. John and I are off for coffee. Can't wait.